drug cartel in Mexico could organize hundreds of fighters to invade the United States and start slaughtering American civilians. And the only reason they do that is because they know that the United States would react with such ferocity that they would hunt down and kill every major member of the cartel that organized such an invasion. And so Israel can't station military forces along every square foot of its border. The way that Israel survives as a nation state is through the ferocity of its retaliation. And so I'm no expert on the Middle East. I pay attention, but from what I'm reading, sure sounds like Hezbollah in Syria and Iran are much more strongly inclined to avoid a wider Middle East conflict than Israel. John Mearsheimer, no friend of Israel, he made the point that Israel would welcome an escalation of the Middle East conflict because that would give Israel an opportunity to ethnically cleanse Arabs out of Gaza and the West Bank. Israel is not really defensible without possession of the West Bank, right? Israel is just such a tiny, vulnerable nation. To build up any kind of strategic depth, it needs to take over the West Bank. And so that means displacing millions of Arabs, and it's not a very nice thing to do. Right? It's ethnic cleansing. It's a horrible thing. It's a terrible violation of international humanitarian law. But what's more important to you? Let's say you care about Israel. What's more important to you? Your fulfillment of international humanitarian law and human rights principles, or survival, right? Would you rather be morally clean and dead or morally dirty and alive? I think most people would rather be morally dirty and alive. And if you live in a tough neighborhood like Israel does, you have to be dirty. You have to kill a lot of people, and you have to continually resort to escalation dominance so that your enemies know that if they attack you, you're going to fight back much harder. And so far, since October 7, Israel has fought back hard in Gaza, but it has not fought back hard yet against Hezbollah. And from my reading of the news, Hezbollah and Iran are much more afraid of a wider Middle East conflict than Israel is.